Hi guys. Right now I just having a rough time because someone in our neighborhood area was hit by a car last night and died. Which brought back feelings of my friend who I had met in a residential who jumped off a bridge and killed herself. So I'm just going to be talking about what it's like to kind of lose a good friend or family member. I don't know about family member, just someone you know, to suicide or just death or anything. But mainly suicide because that's what I experienced. So I met her in a residential, like I said. We lived together for 4 months in basically inpatient. It wasn't a locked door facility. Um, Basically, you could run out whenever you wanted and have a lot of sharp objects. I mean, I know we had our I've struggled with self-harm I struggled with self-harm for about 6 months during that period, and um, we would keep stashes of sharp objects in our rooms, and the staff wouldn't even care. Just nothing. They wouldn't. Maybe every once in a while I'd get put on safety, which is um, you get 5-minute checks or whatever, but still, they'd wait an hour and then update it. But anyway, not moving on from the self-harm. Lauren, or I'm not going to say her name. She she had been raped when she was younger and had very hard hallucinations and paranoia from that, and she would self-harm a bunch, and she would try to run out the doors every once in a while to go to the bridge and jump off, but the staff just would tackle her or call the cops and they'd tackle her. I mean, once they ran after her, but nothing else. So basically, that's the residential also who sent me home on Just Zoloft and said I had behavioral problems. And they took me and her off lithium about the same time period. We, they didn't believe in the drug lithium. They just thought it was, horrible, bad for you. And, oh, only, really severe, and you guys aren't severe enough to, have to be on lithium. And it was, I just don't like talking about this. I don't know why I am. I just feel like sometimes it gets out my anger about it. So they took us off lithium, and they basically just sent me home right after they took me off lithium. That's when I started having my psychotic episodes, which you can find in a later video, in my past videos of my psychosis experience. When I went into the state hospital, which is about November 2000, well, it was October 2012 to the end of November 2012, but November 8th, 2012, she had killed herself. And about November 14th, I remember because I wrote this in my journal while I was in the hospital, so a girl had come in that went to her high school, and we were eating lunch, and I go, "You go to blah 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 school?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you know blah blah blah?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's so sad what happened to her." And I was like, "Oh, what happened to her?" I was like, "Yeah, about her rape, or about her being in the hospital," because I knew she was still in residential. And she's like, "No, she jumped off a bridge and got hit by a car." And I just broke down, just everything. I felt really spaced out, whoa, what I couldn't eat for days. couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I just thought that maybe it was my fault. Maybe if I had been out of the hospital, she could have called me and told me she was thinking about this. I thought maybe it was my fault because I had talked about jumping off the bridge when I'd been in there. And I thought, I couldn't get the picture in my head of her getting hit all bloody and broken on the side of the highway. It was really bad, and I was really, like, disoriented and confused and other things. But how I kind of, like, started to, like, accept that she was, gone, I started to write journal entries. I wrote a note to her saying what I would have told her. I had all my notes from her that she had written me, and I thought about what she would want me to do and how she'd want me to get better because she cares about me. And I gave my respects to her family, and I talk about it a lot in therapy just because people are anytime now that people get hit by cars and, like, die and stuff, it just brings up that memory of her. I don't know, it's just, now I try to help anyone who has mental health problems. If they're thinking about suicide, just, like, anytime, like, my email is open, perfectingnormal@gmail.com. Like, if you are in imminent danger, like, of hurting yourselves, I would love to help. So just email me or message me on Tumblr. I'll probably link those below. And yeah, if you've ever experienced any of this, you can share your experiences in my comment section, and I'll tell you more if you want to have questions about it or anything. I'm open. So, bye.